Okay, pleasant good morning to everybody. Welcome to another program of Policing with You. Here in the studio with me, I have Inspector Charles from the sister island of Nevis. Welcome, Inspector Charles.
Thank you to be here. Pleasure.
Okay, well, Inspector Charles is in charge of the Crime Directorate from the Nevis Division, which comprises of Special Victims Unit, CAD, and Violent Crime Unit. So today's program, we are specifically talking about topics from a Nevis perspective, and Inspector Charles is here with us to enlighten us and share with us the experiences from his perspective as a police from the Nevis Division. Okay, Inspector Charles, we're going to jump straight into the question and answer segment, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay? How long have you been a police officer, and is this what you saw yourself doing for a career?
Okay, I've been a police officer for over 13 years.
13?
Yes, 13 years.
More than a decade.
Very much. Growing up, I have always loved policing. Mm-hmm. I've always loved the flashing lights. Mm-hmm. So as I got older in life, I decided I wanted to be a police officer. It gave me an opportunity to help people, and that's another passion of mine. Mm-hmm. So as such, I focused, studied, and now here I am today, a police officer.
Okay, well, thank you very much. So I'm glad that the flashing lights intrigued you as a little boy. So I guess a lot of youngsters out there, both male and female, they're intrigued from the flashing lights. Different things inspire us when we're young, eh?
Yes.
So I guess that helped to carve you. Thank you very much. You're presently in charge of, as I indicated earlier, several units, Crime Directorate from a Nevis perspective. Can you tell us about the role of the Crime Directorate in the Nevis Division?
Okay. With regards to the Nevis Division, our responsibility within the Crime Directorate is to investigate serious crimes. We do that in an ethical manner and efficient. Mm-hmm. There are 3 departments, mm-hmm. mainly in the Nevis Division, reference to crime investigation. They are the Violent Crime Unit, mm-hmm. the CID, Criminal Investigation Department, mm-hmm. and the Special Victims Unit. Mm-hmm. The Special Victim Unit, they deal with more matters of domestic and juvenile matters. Mm-hmm. The CID deals with varying crimes from break-ins, robberies, and those larcenies and those nature. The Violent Crime Unit, which is basically under the CID, mm-hmm. they deal with murders and other serious crimes. So our responsibility is to chart the way with those investigations.
Okay, well, thank you very much for enlightening us in that. Now, in the Nevis in the St. Kitts Division, we have a minor crimes unit, okay? But I'm aware that one does not exist in Nevis. So therefore, what offenses would you say the officers from the Crime Directorate, CAD Nevis, find themselves responding to most? What offenses the police in general? Because it's a small community than St. Kitts. What offenses do you see that the police in Nevis are responding to most?
Okay, within Nevis Division, there is a large amount of, not large, but there are several larcenies, mm-hmm. malicious damages, and also we have some breaking offenses, some house breaking and larceny offenses. Mm-hmm. So we tend to see officers responding to that the most. Mm-hmm. However, in the absence of the official minor crime unit mm-hmm. within Nevis, the officers at the different stations, whether it be Cotton Ground, Gingerland, Newcastle, or Charleston Station, they do respond to those minor offenses. Mm-hmm. So that is investigated. Of course, we at the CID, we support them with their investigations to ensure that it is thorough and complete. No investigation is insignificant. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, many investigations are helped along the way by information from the general public working along with the police. How would you describe the relationship between the police in Nevis and the general public in Nevis?
Okay. The relationship in Nevis between the public and the police, I would say it's a beautiful relationship.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful relationship. Mm-hmm. It's an amalgamation, I would say. Because we, the police, realize that we need the public's assistance. Mm-hmm. As such, we go out there, we engage them, not just the civilian public, but also the business public, mm-hmm. ensuring that they are safe. We converse with them, we listen to their concerns, and we act on them. Mm-hmm. So the relationship is good, but again, no relationship is ever perfect. Mm-hmm. So it's an ongoing relationship where we continue to work, to develop, to foster and gain greater bonds with the community.
Okay, I'm going to slip in this question. Of recent times, last 2-3 years, we found that the police here in St. Is and Nevis have engaged in community engagement, community policing aspects. Could you indicate 1 or 2 community policing ventures that Nevis have looked into?
Okay, with regards to the community policing aspect within Nevis, 1 or 2, no problem.
Just 1 or 2.
Okay, we have the School Liaison Officer program. It's a program which we tend to foster within the Nevis division. So officers are attached to various primary and secondary schools, and that is something that they uphold. They are almost as part of the staff, these officers. So their purpose is to listen to the concerns of these students and teachers, and to find a way to bridge that gap between the police and the community. So that's one that's one of the ways which we foster within the Nevis division. Also, we believe in meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Meet and greet, yes. Persons in Nevis will be sure to say that police walk through the community. We walk through, we meet and greet persons, engage, same reasons, their concerns. How can we, the police, help you? How can we make your lives safer or better in aspect? So those are aspects that we try to promote within the Nevis division.
It's very, very, very important, because I know some persons, they would not go out of the way to come to the police down at the station or to approach a police. Some persons are intimidated or a little shy, but if you go to them, they would say, "Officer, I will want to stop and talk to officer a long time." Yeah, it's important. Yeah. We do that in St. Kitts as well, so I'm glad to hear that Nevis have done that several times and reaping rewards and successes from that. Okay, we know that in every organization, be it the police, which is law enforcement, and other organizations, they have challenges. So too, I'm sure Nevis division have challenges as well. So what are some of the main challenges you and other officers, police officers in Nevis deal with mostly? Some of the main challenges.
Okay, I would speak from the aspects of crime. Some of the main investigative challenges which we have noticed over the years is that when it comes to CCTV footage, okay, a lot of persons, they have camera, they have the CCTV system in place. But when you ask them for the footage, sometimes it's a case that they did not know that their cameras are not working at that time.
Wow.
You know, that happens a lot. Sometimes it's a case where, though their cameras are recording, or they are streaming, I should say, they are not recording anything, and that person had no idea that his camera was just a live feed. So those are some of the investigative issues which we face within the Nevis division. Also, persons will give information, but a lot of times that information is not enough to go forward. Sometimes we need persons to come forward and give a statement. You know, that is one of the difficulties we face. Encouraging persons that yes, we the police, we can be confidential, we can protect you. That is some of the issues we face.
Okay, thank you very much. Specifically with reference to the CCTV footage, that happens a lot as well. So we're employing the general public at this moment to, one, know the government have this initiative in place where when you bring in CCTV footage, where CCTV cameras, you can get duty-free concession. So it's important to approach relevant authorities to seek that duty-free concession prior to bringing in your cameras. And for persons who have done that and have existing CCTV footage, we employ them to take time out once a month at least to back check your footage and make sure it's recording, and make sure, you know, general upkeep and maintenance of everything, including the footage. Okay, what we'll do now, we will, JK, you want to take a break? We're going to take a break for a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to open up the lines for persons who are listening on the television, YouTube, Facebook, whatever area, to call in and share your concerns. We're speaking about things from a Nevis perspective.
Green means go with one rate. Green means go with one rate from Republic Bank. Go green with hybrid or electric vehicles, and it's one low rate. And we mean low. Go green with solar-powered air conditioners, grids, water heaters, and it's still one low rate. Any green product, the same low rate. Enjoy up to 100% financing and flexible repayment. Offer lasts till December 31st. Terms and conditions apply. Call or come into our nearest branch for details.
Please go with one rate today.
We're the one for you.
Get data for days when you switch to Digicel, the bigger, better network. Make the switch today and get a Digicel SIM for only $5. Plus, double the data on a 7-day Prime bundle included. That's precisely $5 to join the biggest family in St. Kitts and Nevis. Get 20 gigabytes of data for 7 days, including data, your favorite apps like TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, and more. The best deals, the best value, the best network. It's time to make the switch. Visit any Digicel store and purchase a SIM today.
In technology news today, the cable is urging business owners and managers in St. Kitts to take measures now to reduce the damaging impact of hurricanes and other natural disasters on your business. It also points out that losses due to power outages, equipment failure, and cyber attacks are just as real and can equally result in loss of customers, loss of revenue, and the complete loss of your business. The good news, however, said one company representative, is that the cable now offers solutions to protect your business against these types of disasters. Moreover, he said, quote, "We can scale our solutions to meet your needs and your budget," end quote. The company therefore encourages you to visit them on Keon Street, to email them at businessservices@thecable.biz, or to call them today at 465-2588.
Okay, welcome back to a feature program of Policing with You. We have in the studio today Inspector Charles from the sister island of Nevis. He's bringing us the Nevis view of policing. Okay, Inspector Charles, well, I want to let the radio listening audience know that the lines are open. Okay, and we have a call. Okay, Pleasant, good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning, officer.
Morning, sir.
And good morning, Sergeant GQ.
Good morning, sir.
And Corporal Charles.
Sir, Inspector Charles.
Inspector Charles. This is PWOPS. Police without pay still. I have a question and a suggestion. Now, over the years, man and woman go to the police station to make complaint about domestic violence. And it seems like it depends on who the person may be or the way they handle the English grammar. The police laugh after them and tell them go to the station. That is wrong. That is wrong. Nobody's supposed to do it, regardless of what. Domestic violence is domestic violence. And my suggestion now to that, whenever you get a complaint once, don't let a complaint come back twice. Because the kind of complaint you may get about the same complaint you got first, it might be something different. Because where things start, they don't always end here. In Nevis, you had a killing some time ago, recently. Well, I ain't up there. But all the children in the class could not lie with teacher Mildred and the lizard. So therefore, some truth had to be in it, that the lady went to the police station and made complaint more than once, and the complaint was ignored in a sense that she might end up violence to death. And we don't want that. So I'm suggesting, when anybody comes to make a complaint to police, take it very serious and go and deal with the matter. Have a good day, gentlemen.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for the call. Inspector Charles, you care to respond?
Okay, in my response to that, we the police take every complaint very seriously. Whenever one makes a complaint to the police, if you are dissatisfied with the service given by that initial officer, there are means in place to complain. There are senior officers who you can address that complaint to, and we will deal with it if that officer failed to do his or her duty. With domestic violence, we take that very, very seriously. And of course, the results are clear why we take it seriously. So once a complaint is made, the police, we will do our utmost best to bring satisfaction. That being said, we also implore victims of complaints that when you make a complaint, let the police do their best to assist you. Let us go as far as we could legally to deal with this complaint. Sometimes the smallest issue might become a big mold. So let us do our best to address these matters.
Okay, Inspector, thank you. Any more calls, GQ? Okay, Inspector, what I would like to know from the Nevis perspective, we spoke about some challenges that you face over there in Nevis. What are some of the successes from a Nevis perspective? Policing from a Nevis perspective, any successes you care for the general public to know?
Okay. In recent times, the Nevis division has had a spate of housebreaking and larceny incidents, which we would have been able to deal with in the sense that we're able to get it under control, and those persons who are responsible are now behind bar serving time. They have been convicted. That was only able to have been done because of the support of the entire Nevis division, the different departments, and also the public who would have given us information in relation to solving and getting these persons in custody. So that's one of the major success, and that is something I was imploring. Thanks to the public, we were able to solve those crimes.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, thank you to the Nevis general public for working along with the police in bringing those suspects in custody and behind bars. Any more calls, GQ? Okay, we're going to follow up. Your department handles a lot of investigation. Sometimes people have an unrealistic impression of what is involved in an investigation. What do you think people should understand about the investigation process?
Okay. Firstly,
now we like to watch a lot of television.
Yes.
So, anything you want to let us know?
Sure. Firstly, investigations are tedious. They are tedious. Outside of the initial report, there's a lot more to be done. I will start with the basic now. After the report is made, we the police have to go out and ensure that in fact a crime did take place. That in itself takes some time because you only get one chance to do it correctly, and that one chance should be the best. So we take our time and make sure we gather all the ingredients for the investigation. Thereafter, we have to get witness statements. Another issue we face, which was mentioned earlier, is that a lot of persons are reluctant to even give statements. So that is something that we have to do. Sometimes we have to engage people realistically. Sometimes we have to give them time to give these statements so that we can go forward. All of these are tools in gathering information. Sometimes it falls in the realm of the forensic department. When they whatever they would have gathered from the scene, that item or items need processing. That in itself takes time. So investigations really and truly takes a lot of time, and we are skilled because at the end of the day, we want to ensure that whomever is held culpable for that offense is the right person. So as such, we are very thorough with our investigative steps and processes.
Okay, thank you very much. So it's not as quick as these half-an-hour TV programs, CSI, and those different programs make it look like.
It could never be that quick. Sometimes even the processing of the scene is way more than half an hour. You know, because as I said, one chance.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, no calls. Okay, another question. The Special Victims Unit in Nevis. Could you indicate one of the challenges that they face in Nevis in terms of reports that they respond to of recent times? A lot.
Okay. What I can speak to is something that is dear to my heart, and that is children. You know, within the school system, in recent times, we have seen an upsurge in reports of bullying. Bullying, yes, sir. Bullying. That is something that is plaguing the police, the social services, the education department, and as such, we do respond, we do engage the guidance counselors, the bullied, and the person who is being bullied. We engage and we talk to them because.
When you say bullying, at what level?
Bullying in the sense.
For example.
Okay, for example, children may be taunting, teasing persons.
Okay.
And those are things that before people say, okay, man, that just talk. But no. Persons take these things to heart and you never know what can happen. Okay. So the onus is on us to safeguard these children. And I say children. So hence we do engage them on that lower level, where we speak to them, counsel whoever needs to be counseled, to eradicate it altogether. So it's something that we are aggressively approaching, and we also implore on the parents as well to get on board. Whether you are the parent of the person who is bullying or the person who is being bullied, get on board. Let us all take this issue right now, deal with it in its infancy stage, so it doesn't become a greater problem in the future.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, we have a call. Okay, Pleasant, good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. I just want to continue where I left off in terms of bullying with school children.
Yes, sir.
What I would like to see happening, right, is that don't wait for the school or the parents to come to you. Because sometimes we don't. You know, we are human beings, and sometimes we do feel ashamed to come forward to say that we can control our child, our children. You know, so what should be happening is that if you can do a sort of a regular check, whether in person or by telephone call to the principal of the school or maybe the guidance counselor, to get an update of some of these bullying children, you know, so you could continue to reach out to them, because that's one way how, you know, I can see the ease to help the curve. The other thing, we all know that domestic violence has been increasing, and one of the challenges that I see the police have and the system is that usually when time comes to court, the female drop the case. Now, what are the police doing? What can the police do rather to help this? Because it's an ongoing process. Can the police summons the female and the male for not showing up to court or for wasting the court time? If this is the case, why is it not happening? Because I think if you do this, this will help to force them either to stop the domestic violence and the abuse, or they will know, well, hey, these are some serious fines that I have to pay if they no longer want to go through with the case. Thank you. I'll continue listening. Good program.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Inspector Charles?
Okay, in reference to the first point, as bullying, we the police, we identify the issue as well. And as such, the school liaison officer, that program, it is multifaceted in the sense that that officer who goes to the school engages the children as well, the guidance counselors, the principal, the teachers. So if there's any problem at that stage, he or she will point out to the special victims unit. This is what I'm observing. We need your assistance. So in that vein, the police really do really target these issues at that stage. Also the special victims unit, as well as other police officers, we do visit schools regular, make checkups, engage with the children, because that's how you find out what is happening. You have to be on the ground to know what is happening. So in that vein, we do that. In relation to the other aspect of domestic matters and the reluctancy of witnesses to go forward, we have to be mindful that domestic violence is not only a physical crime, but it's also a crime of the mind. It's a crime where someone is beaten emotionally, mentally. So those persons sometimes show a reluctancy to confront the accuser, the accused person. They have the reluctancy. As such, a lot of counseling is something that we do, with the conjunction of the social services departments. We do a lot of counseling to encourage these persons that you do not have to continue to be a victim. You have to stand up. We, the police, have mechanisms in place to protect you. There are mechanisms in place. The court has mechanisms in place. Restraining orders. Those things are in place to protect you. But we are trying to tell the victim that you have to stand up. At the end of the day, the complaint is with you. So you as an individual have to stand up. And we, the police, we, the law, we are going to support you.
Okay, thank you very much. Any more calls? Okay, I have one more question before we wrap up, and I'll give you the last say. Well, one more question for you, because we have another program coming up shortly, so we cannot go too long on this program. The last question The relationship, the last two questions. The relationship between the police and social partners in Nevis. You spoke about the police officers, liaison officers in the schools. You spoke about bullying and how you all work with social services. How you find the relationship between the police and other social partners, social services and other persons in Nevis, other groups in Nevis.
Right. I would say that relationship is quite professional.
Mm-hmm.
We help each other. We understand that we are all part of the wheel, and as such we help each other. So whether it is the police and the social services, the police and the customs agents, the police, inland revenue, whichever department it is, the churches, whichever department it is, we work together for the same common goal, which is the safety and the security of this country. And we partner with them on a regular basis as well, because there may be something that I need from them or they need from me. So there is a good relationship. As I said, it is very professional. So it is a good, friendly relationship.
Okay, well, I'll make that my last question. So, but I'll give you any wrap-up comments for the listening audience, listening and viewing audience.
To the listening and viewing audience, it has been a pleasure to be here today. My comment to you is thank you for the assistance being rendered so far to the listening public. We, the police, we understand our mandate, we understand our responsibility to keep you safe, allow you to live freely in the Federation, and as such we're asking you, help us. Whenever a crime is committed or you have information of a crime, tell us. You see something, say something. That is something that we the police have been saying year after year, and to me it is powerful, it is impactful, it means a lot to me, because persons may say, oh, we cannot trust the police. That is something you hear all the time. That is something I hear all the time when you go out on the street. You cannot trust the police. But we understand that responsibility of being confidential. We truly do. And I will say to the listening public, yes, that is the adage that you cannot trust the police. But in a force which is 400 strong, there must be at least one officer who you have confidence in. And that one officer can take your information and channel it to where it needs to go without your name being involved. So I encourage you, for our safety, for everybody's safety and a tranquil environment, see something, say something. Okay. And thank you again. Have a blessed day.
Alright, Inspector Charles, I want to thank you very much. What I would like to say, in addition to the comment that persons would say one or two times that you cannot trust the police, I know there are pastors out there you can trust, there are teachers out there you can trust, there are senior officers you can trust, there are other custom officers, senior officers you can trust. You must be able to trust somebody who can then take that information to somebody in the organization that they can trust to get the matter pushed forward. So we do not want to hide behind the words that we can't trust the police, because our law enforcement our law enforcement officers are very trustworthy. And when we compare St. Kitts to a lot of other territories, St. Kitts Nevis to a lot of other territories, we are way ahead. So I want persons to focus on teachers, focus on senior officers, focus on pastors, and get the information out so that they can get the information to us. There's also the hotline 707. There's also calling anonymously. There's also emailing the office of the Commissioner of Police. You can do that. There's several different mediums you can use. A lot of senior officers, myself and others, yourself, phone numbers are there for the general public. Persons can WhatsApp, voicemail, voice note and things of that nature, so the information can go out. I want to thank the general public for listening and tuning into Policing with You. I know we didn't have much calls today, but I know the listening and viewing public is very large. So this information we share to the general public is very impactful. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you for tuning in to Policing with You, and thank the members and staff, GQ, management and staff of the ZZ radio program, and everybody else. Thank you very much, and see you next Thursday for a program of Policing with You. GQ, see you when I see you. Usual, see you when I see you.